Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. Now you probably can tell by my voice that I'm still under the weather, haven't been very well this week. I just thought I'd mention that if you can tell the change in my voice. I do want to say a warm welcome to all of the new subscribers on the channel. A massive thank you to all of the members that support the channel and the Patreons and everybody that uses the Element Games affiliate link. Hope you've been enjoying all of the Soulblight Gits content, which means we are one step closer to getting all of the Soulblight Gravelords unboxings and reviews, as well as the, dare I say it, Lumineth Realm Lords. So without further ado, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website right here, and if we go back a week ago to Saturday the 1st of April, it's a shame that the April Fool's Warhammer fitness innovation video didn't come out before I did my video, and it came out a bit later in the day, but I thought that was hilarious. Get fit with Warhammer. Last weekend you could pre-order some more of the Board and Patrol box sets, such as the Adeptus Auroritas, the Adeptus Custodes, the Thousand Suns, some new releases for Necromunda, including these Enforcer Automata, and some more releases for Middle-earth, and some Parade Ready paint sets and things, which is nice. Vaults of Terror, I did do a first look of that, but in hardback. Kind of wish I'd waited it to get it in softback, to be fair, but then on the Sunday, the very next day, we got the preview. There was a glitch, I guess, a bit of an error in their first article, their first take on this, whereby the Soulblight Gravelord battle tomes were up first. This is really odd. I mean, that kind of does look like artwork, but it also looks like a model, doesn't it? I think it would have been cool just to have him on the front. I'm so tempted to get this, even though I don't have any Ossiarch Bonereapers. I do have that Battle Force from a couple of years ago, and I would like some more of the models, but I've already committed myself to the new Seraphon that are coming out. You got this new model, I think it's new, the Mortison Ossifector, and then the Vanguard Ossiarch Bonereapers. Would love to pick that up. I think it's fantastic that you're getting the Harvester and you're getting the Death Riders as well. I'll definitely pick that up at some point. You've got the cards, and then for Soulblight Gravelords you've got Ivia Volga, the Outcast. I mean, if you kind of like put your hand over the model, waist height, and then look up, absolutely fine. And then you look down, and obviously she's got her wolf legs and things. I like all the bats though. I think they've done a fantastic job there. You've got the White King on Skeletal Steed. It's been, what, 2 years, has it? It must have been about 2 years. You've now got this White King. He was originally in the Start Collecting set. 2 years ago, and now you can get him. You can pick him up separately. You've also got the Vanguard for Soulblight Gravelords. Yeah, it's all right. The Death Rattle skeletons aren't as good as you might think. Definitely the Undead box set is better, and the Blood Knights have the same issues as all of the other Knights for Age of Sigmar, in that they're not that customisable. And then you've got some old Vargeist models as well, which I'm yet to actually unbox, so that might be coming soon. You've got the Gravelords dice set. However, this time instead of 15 you're getting a full 20, which is quite nice. For Horus Heresy, you've got the Contemptor Dreadnought torso upgrades. Okay, Middle Earth strategy game. You've got a load of these made to order minis, and these look awesome. So if you weren't able to pick them up like 20 years ago or so, now you can. You've got another novel by Gary Kloster, The Last Valari. It's a Soulblight Gravelords novel. Looks nice. Haven't heard of Gary though. You've got Hollow King, available in paperback this time, by John French. And then for Warhammer Plus, you've got Battle Report with Ossiarch, you've got Lore Masters, and then How to Paint Shipped Armour. I mean, that's the bare minimum that I'd expect every week. At least 3 big chunks of content. We haven't had much in the form of like animations and stuff recently though, so I hope they're on it. Then you've got the final 2 Board Patrol boxes, Leagues of Votan and Imperial Agents. So the Leagues of Votan, quite nice that we're getting a Board Patrol box set so close after release, really. And then Imperial Agents is an interesting one. You know, it has an assassin there, it has 20 Imperial Navy breaches, and I do think that they've got some decent customization with them. You know, some of them are armed with like unique weapons and things, and then a few of them are armed with those shotguns. I get it, but I would have liked to have seen, you know, at least half of them with the board and shields. I mean, it's odd. You've also got the 10 Elucidian Star Striders. I've done unboxing of the Galabox box set and reviews of all of those Star Striders, so it might be worth checking those out. And then you've got an Eversaw Assassin just in a Border Patrol box set. Quite interesting. Got a little advert for Warhammer Fest 2023. It's Saturday the 29th of April, so it's in a few weeks' time. It's at Manchester though, which is a bit out of the way for me, living in Norfolk, so I will not be attending. Furthermore, I got a bit of fatigue going to lots of Warhammer events and then just showcasing everything that was at the event on their community website right here, and before doors were even open. I got a bit fed up with that, considering I'd paid for the ticket, paid for travel and all those other costs involved, only for me to be able to sit at home and kind of watch it all for free. And a lot of the time, the game developers and designers and things are pretty tight-lipped about what's coming out. So you kind of go to be told, oh, something might happen, that would be great. And yeah, unless you want to speak to specific designers and things, I think the main pull on this one is the new 40k though. You know, this is the first chance to see them and to play demo games and things. So it says you'll get to see all the new miniatures in a massive new launch box in person. So you won't be able to buy the set, you'll just be able to get teased by it because I think the set will come out June or July. But Saturday the 29th apparently is sold out, and then Sunday, Monday is selling fast. So no look about the VIP though for being Warhammer Plus member. Very, very odd that they kind of, quieted that down. We get a look at the new Lieutenant, because Space Marines, specifically Promo Space Marines, I've always been left wanting for more lieutenants. There aren't enough, clearly. I think there's like maybe 1, possibly 2 Primaris Lieutenants, so this is a welcome addition to the Lieutenant. I say range, can I call it range now? Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, looks great. I mean, it's the Primaris equivalent of Sly Marvo maybe, but I don't know. Then you've got anatomy of the new data sheet, so lots of confusing things happening here. So I guess movement 6 inches, toughness 4, save 3+, 2 wounds, leadership 6+, and then an OC, an orc. You know, it stands as for objective control. Hold ground with fewer troops. What is an orc? So it's an elegant means. An elegant means it's just 2 letters of clarifying previously complex aspect of the game. Okay, so troops will have higher OC than elite units. That's fair enough. how does leadership work, what's happened to weapon skill, ballistic skill and strength. So they're all on weapon profiles now. Everything is on the weapon profile look, so close combat weapon look, 3+, so the weapon itself has a weapon skill. Very, very odd, very, very odd. And then you've got the Warhammer Underworlds uncover something rotten brewing in the guts of Gur. Oh yes, definitely something rotten down there. You've got a rumour engine. Now I don't know about this. I'd say it's Age of Sigmar more than anything, but some kind of scythe. How tough are the new Terminators? So this is their full data sheet. Quite amazing that they're just, this is what the cards are going to look like. They look alright. It's almost like it's odd really, because it's almost like they're focusing in on you having to, I say read more, because not every model in the unit has the same weapon, so they're wanting you to look into the range weapon and the melee in two different places for you to find out the weapon rules and things, rather than before when you could just go at the top and look at ballistic skill or weapon skill. They now want you to look closer into those particular weapons. I don't know if that simplifies things. I think it complicates things. But I mean, normally you'd have to look at the weapon profiles anyway to see the strength of the weapon. So I guess if you're looking in that place already, then it's all there. But yeah, put your thoughts down below on that one. You've got rapid fire and then anti. So you've got anti-X, anti-whatever. Rapid ingress, that's quite cool how that works. And then you've got Curse City scenario. You've got the try out the new edition at the upcoming Kansas City Open with the big chunky Terminators. You've got the Ossiarch Bonereapers March 4th in this week's battle report. You've got Warhammer Crime Returns for a new series, The King of the Spoil. Oh, that's quite interesting. Once a Killer. 40 Years of Warhammer, The Green Knight. Ossiarch Bonereapers, top 5 new rules. About Soulblight. You've got Meta Watch. They're doing more and more of these Meta Watch articles, aren't they? Siege is still top, then Gloomspite. It's nice. Now, Horus Heresy Thursday, we had a look at the new Legion tank commanders. They're from Forge World, and they'll be resin. It's really odd. It really is. So, instead of plastic big tanks, they're retooled in the resin range, and they're also making these resin Legion specific Decurions. That's what they're called, Decurions. The plug and play, the plug and charge dongle is available for your Decurion, and that kind of answers some questions as to how they're powered without the power plant. They're just powered by the tank power plant, which makes sense. What happens after that, where their power plants are stored, is another question. But this is an Imperial Fist one. Looks pretty cool. The helmet looks very Archangels. And then we've got a Sons of Horus one, who is holding a banner. I don't know whether the banner like folds out from his cupola or something, or whether it's already on the tank. I don't know. There are other questions, but the helmeted version looks pretty cool because he's even got these spikes, and he's just chilling on this heavy bolter. The heavy bolter looks beastie. Looks brilliant. I like to think that we'll get other Legion specific ones, but 18 or so is quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, if it motivates people to buy even more plastic tanks, I guess that's a good thing. I just question how different all of these could look, and whether some get banners and some don't, and maybe there's going to be a plastic kit with them. I don't know, but yeah, that was quite interesting that they're releasing these Decurions, specific though for those 2 legions at the moment. What's happening in Galaxy in the new edition of 40k? Well, it's all about the Tyranids, it seems. Gigantic Tyranid High Fleet arrives. How Lionel Johnson became the ultimate scourge of traitors. And then you from Forge World, you can pre-order these resin Legion specific torsos. So you got the Blood Angels, the Death Guard, that one looks quite cool. Iron Hands, Night Lords, it's very cheeky, that one. Space Wolves and World Eaters. They all look good, don't get me wrong, but it's not just the torso that makes the Legion specific Dreadnought. As you can see just from that thumbnail, there's so much missing by not having Legion specific shoulder pads and legs and torso, and the hips as well. Yeah. I mean, if they can do the torsos, they could do the arms and the legs, and they could have just remade all the Legion specific stuff. And yeah, I would have preferred if they'd done that. Big Brother's The Noise. You've got March from a Crag 2023 celebrating your Ultramarines. So there are a few of these pictures of them. You've got the Mortison Ossifector, has the skills to improve range of 24 inches, that's pretty good. And then faction rules are leaner and cleaner. Are they the new Terminators up there? Wouldn't it be cool if they just threw in a few of the brand new Space Marine models? And the same for the Tyranids, instead of just throwing the old models at us. Anyway, that's that. That's all the news for this week. A fair chunk of news, but let's stomp on over to Forge World and have a look at these Contemptor torsos right here. So they're on the very first page, and it's just showcasing 2 of them, which I always find is bizarre. It would be cool if they showcased like all of them, but if we click on new, you go pre-orders, and these are your torsos. They're £25 each. Were they £24 a couple of weeks ago? So this might be the price increase, I don't know. Are they 2 parts each, I guess, or 3 parts? 3 parts? 4 parts for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe? Maybe those heads, skulls are. What about the Space Force one? Oh, that's 2. So typically they're 2 parts, but some of them are more. You got the Cawdor Ashways upgrade from last week, and the same for the Ashwood Stranger, Outcast Leader. And that's it from Forge World. Just the Contemptor Dreadnought torsos this week. So let's shuffle over to Games Workshop web store. Right here, you've got a advert there for Deathstalks and Mortal Realms. You've also got a little advert for the Legion Contemptor Dreadnought upgrades there. That's quite interesting. So if we go new and exclusive, if we go pre-orders, apparently there's 48. We go high to low, and we go view all. Now, so we have the Soulblight Gravelords pre-order collection, £212 there. Okay, Yeah, you don't even get the special edition codex in that one. You've got the Ossiarch Bonereapers pre-order collection. So you've got the Vanguard and the new mini. I mean, they could have put the new mini in there. Vanguard, couldn't they? Then you've got the book and the cards. Middle-earth Buildings was last week. You've got the Vanguard Ossiarch Bonereapers for £85. You can still get it from third party. So then you've got the Born Patrol Adeptus Orientas was last weekend, but then you've got the Vanguard Soulblight Gravelords for £85 as well. You got the paint sets, you got more Born Patrols. Interesting. So they're doing what they did. Okay, so they're doing what they did sort of a few weeks ago with the Legion specific torsos. They're giving you a bundle for £62.50, which is quite a lot for a Legion specific Dreadnought. You know, if you want a Contemptor, a Legion specific one. So yeah, they're all £62.50. You've got the Battletome Soulblight Gravelords limited edition, £55. It's really funny because I actually have this book already. My special edition, my limited edition Gravelords book, which also costs about £50, has exactly the same cover art. The only difference is the back is red, and also, you know, the rules are slightly different in there as well. So I'm not going to be picking this up because I only got mine like a year or two ago. So we're gonna keep with my one, thanks. So we're gonna keep with my previous one. You've got the Orc Warriors for Made to Order for Middle Earth and the Witch King, and you've got the Battletome Ossiarch Bonereapers. I would be interested in picking this one up though. Then you've got the standard editions, £32.50 for both of them. You got the Cawdor Ridge Walkers were last week, the Gondor Ruins, and the Necromunda stuff was all last week, but you've got more Middle Earth, like the Cave Troll. White King, you can get him separately for £25. Not too bad for £25. I think it would have been better for £24, of course, but £25 is not too bad. However, you can only build him in one way, which does set him apart from the £30 kind of Lucius Chaos Lord kind of models. I think they're 32. You've got the dice set, £25 now for 20 dice. Kings of Men, and then you've got Ivia, Volga. £22.50 is a lot now for a single miniature like that. £18 would have been good, or even 20, but £22.50 is quite a lot. You've got the War Scroll cards. You've got the Mortison Ossifector. That's not too bad, £20. That's what I was expecting Volga to be, like £18 or £20. That's not too bad. The Orc Bowman, the last Valari in hardback. Still pick it up, but I guarantee you that paper quality will be the cheap, awful paper quality that they're pushing with these £18 hardbacks. It's not good, guys. It's not good. I've got a few of the novels now with that paper quality. You've got some more Middle Earth minis, and the Necromunda stuff was last week. And then you've got Halbrad. You've got the Hollow King. You can pre-order that today though. The Dark City was last week as well. So that's it. A fair chunk of pre-orders. If I didn't know that New Edition was coming out, or Seraphon, things like that, then I'd be all over this release. I'd probably, I'd most likely get Volga and the Bonereapers Codex and the Bonereapers Battletome and actually the Bonereapers Vanguard set. And I'll probably get Cavalos as well. These, and maybe Catacross, is it? Yeah, I'd be all over that if I didn't already know what's coming out. But what do you guys think of this week's news and pre-orders? And are you pre-ordering anything after the kind of relative lull over the past 2 or 3 weeks? Or are you waiting for all of the new edition minis to come? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.